Hello everybody, welcome back to Astroneer, where today, because of all the stuff with Megatech, I think like an episode ago, I am going to be trying to take off to all of the other planets, just to get set up there. So, I'm going to make a quick thing of hydrazine, because that is something I still need to do. I completely forgot to go and look. Oh, we need a full another canister, huh? You know, I could always just bring the solid fuel thruster to bring us back, but no, I'll just get some dirt real quick. But, so off camera, I have done a little bit of planning, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to land on each of the planets, set up a little base, and then fly to the next one. So I want to inhabit all of the planets in the solar system here. So, then afterwards I'm going to go on ahead and come back with a time lapse of me drilling to the core, because I will admit it is kind of the same song and dance all over again whenever I'm on my way to the core. So, dealing with that at least means that we can start getting from planet to planet to start generating enough momentum for all this. Also, I need to figure out how the hell I'm going to do some storage stuff. But I needed 2 ammonium and the hydrogen for this, right? So I know we've got hydrogen. Let's make hydrazine. There we go. Alright. But also, I have a lot of storage things that I need to work on. And hopefully, I can get the materials to start making some storage solutions soon. So, chemistry lab, let's do that. I also, where is the storage for soil? Is it here at the large printer? Fluid and soil needs titanium alloy for that. But for the medium version, what was it? There's a storage silo. Was there a medium version? Oh, here it is. I need plastic and glass for fluid and soil. And that can hold a substantial amount of the soil. Okay. That doesn't help me. I don't know how much a substantial amount is. So let's slap that right there. That should give us another couple launches, right? Yeah, that's at least enough to make it everywhere we need to go. So, to give a loadout of what I've got loaded in right now, we've got a battery, we've got atmospheric condenser, we've got landing pad, a bunch of compound for me to make a bunch of tethers as needed, and I decided to bring that extra large platform with me so I can put both of these on the same platform. So, currently, we're heading to Atrox. Then, once I get set up near one of Atrox's bases, I will go ahead and probably move out towards... where was it? Oh, there's Atrox. But towards the planet that Novus is orbiting. I think it was like Variessa. I don't think I've ever said that name correctly once throughout this entire series. It's going to be kind of hard to try to find one of the prisms like that. Okay, there's a prism. I guess there is the closest to a prism. So let's head down here. Alright, I did make sure to bring a QTRTG with me. At least 2 of them are on me at this moment. Wow, this planet's dark. Holy. I see something over there. I see, I think that's spew flower. That's a lot of danger around here, huh? Alright. Let's pop out, see what this is. Oh, research. Okay. Maybe I can take some of these with me back. But, right now, let's grab some compound, make some tethers. And let's see what's what. Because where was the prism? The prism was Where was it? I should be seeing the light over the horizon, right? Is it that foggy here that I can't see it? It should at least be on the compass, right? Yeah, over that way. Alright. So we need to start heading this way. Keep an eye out for any plants that want me dead. I do believe that this guy is aggressive. Just don't know how aggressive. Whoa. That is some danger in the atmosphere, that's for sure. Volatile Attactus. Okay. So let's continue on our journey, I guess. I need to keep an ear out for if anything tries to attack me. But we're gonna be really hard to know where you're going when there's something going on there. We're on the dunes area. Alright. I see some more of those spew flowers over there. Wonder how hard they're gonna be to take out. I think they're like hispanes. So pretty tough. Alright. I don't like these big nodules here. Oh wait, are these research things? Oh. How much? 81? That's not bad. Alright. Let's actually backtrack a little bit. So I can connect up here, and I think we need to try to hit that spew flower over there. Alright. Got some solar coming in. I don't think I can run up and mug that flower. I don't know how best to deal with these damn flowers. Because I know the Attacti are aggressive. I just don't recall how aggressive. Oh! Okay, very aggressive. Mutant volatile Attactus seeds, thank you. Okay. Note to self. Somebody gave the cacti guns. Let's take you out while I can as well. Okay. There's another seed in there. So there's that. And the Trox shell? Okay. So we've already got some of the mutants going, which is lovely. Let's plant down some of those. I guess I'll scan the Atrox shell. So are the Atrox shells only in the spew flowers? And I guess that would make some sense. This place is really hard to navigate. Alright. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. I don't like that noise. Something fizzled somewhere. Mutant spew flower. Attactus. And Attactus. Alright. There's another... What the hell are you? Spine lily. Alright, no thank you. Those guys don't have the nice versions, it seems. What's this? What resource is that? That is 2 nodules. Helium. Okay, well, at least it needs a material that's here on Atrox. Please don't hurt me. There we go. And so I need to just stay just barely out of range for those guys. Let's continue on. There's a lot of research things here. Maybe I should try to bring these back to Novus with me. Oh, wait, that's a green version of the thing that was on Sylvas. Maybe that's another thing I need to check out. Keep an eye out for anything dangerous out here. I want to know how much these research for. Maybe I should set up a research dock out here. I see the light over the horizon for the prism. I need to remember this is here, so I can come and check it out. There's dagger roots up here too? Damn, this planet is aggressive. Okay. I probably should start heading back for some more materials. Finally, there's some debris over here. So spew flower, there's whatever the hell that is. I think it's weezeweed? Yeah, weezeweed. There's something up there too. Okay. Let's just walk back for a minute, get some extra compound. I'll take this back with me. Yeah, those are the mutant attack die. I was worried there for a second when I looked back and saw attack die. Alright, not making a huge amount of progress, but we're getting somewhere at least. Maybe I should just come and pile all these up over here so I can move them all. Alright, let's drop that down there. Grab some extra compound. Drop off this organic, because, oh, no, I need that, thank you. Pop that over there. Pop that there, this there, that done. Alright. Phew. Alrighty. So now we should have enough tethers to hopefully get all the way there. My main problem is going to be getting to the core of this place. Because, this place is very, very dangerous. I dig you out. Alright. I'll just take these back to the ship. Because, I mean, if push comes to it, I can always bring these back to home base and have them scan there. Or back to the Novus research base. But, either way. I should probably collect as many of those as I can. So that way I can, store up some more research points for things later. So I don't know if there's going to be any more DLCs for this game. Considering that there is actually a new Astroneer game coming out eventually. I think it was Star Seeker was the name of it. It looks pretty cool. I might just do a series on it on the channel for it. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Alright, weezeweed over there. Attack this. Dagger roots. There's a spine lily in there too. Alright. There's an attack this dead ahead I need to deal with. Oh, damn, spine lily was hidden. Alright. Let's not get killed by a angry lily pad. And try to deal with this cactus. One of those weezeweeds over there, I don't know what they do at all. There. Alright. That's dealt with. Is there anything in this little pit here? No. Does the thing say what they do? Spine lily springs back forcefully. Weezeweed. Expands in size if approached and knocks back threats. Okay. Not too horrible. But better if taken care of, yeah. Alright. So there's the prism, I can see it. There's... Oh wait, that's not aggressive, those are just research nodes. It looks like and attack this, spew flower. This was probably one of the most dangerous planets to go to by now. But there's attack tie over there. Looks like over here might be a little safer. Alright. The problem here is that I also need to keep an eye out around me for attack tie. Giant spine lilies and that elegant spew flower, which I'm actually directly in the path of if it ever decides to try to hit me. Deal with the attactus there. Alright, that... Oh wait, no, I'm behind it. Aren't I? Yeah, I'm behind it. Okay. actually perfect, so I can try to deal with it. There we go. Alright. That is a giant spine lily. Let's get rid of it. Alright. There's another research item there. That's fine. There's a bunch of those seeds there. Another spine lily. So once we get here, we can set up the base starting up. Because all of the main ingredients found here on Atrox are from the atmosphere, so I don't need to be digging down to get materials from this place. But I am out of tethers. Okay, this place might be a little bit more difficult than I thought to get to. Let's head back to get some extra compound. I may just need to bridge across. And I think that's our main way around. Alright. Oh wait, there's some compound here. Just snag all that. Come on. Compound. Thank you. At least organic is very, very common on this planet. I don't know how things grow in a sulfurous atmosphere, but I mean, you do you. Alright, make some extra tethers, drop the organics for now. Alright. Let's get going. I hope we can get to the prism here, and then probably activate it before we start heading down later. So there's the prism. I can see it from here. There's a massive Attactus right there. Or is that a spine lily? I think that's an Attactus and a Wheezeweed that's stuck in the back of it. Alright. At least I know that making a bridge, there's not going to be any random plants that spawn on it. Probably. Hopefully not. Alright, let's come out here. I feel oddly vulnerable out here, so let's get across this bridge ASAP. Make a nice land bridge across. Alright. I already put one of those down. Alright, so yeah, it looks like a Wheezeweed and a Tactus over there. So I'm going to need to take those guys out before I can use the prism safely. Alright. Let's get over here. Anything else? There's a bunch of dagger roots. Holy crap. This place is danger central. Let's, up a little bit. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Trying to make a nice smooth pathway for me to get up. And I don't think that's happening. Alright, fine then. We'll just up here. There we go. Something of a path. Alright. I need to try to take out that Attactus, but that is way precarious. I mean, I should be able to breathe here at least. Because I'm in the prism. Yeah. So because I'm in the prism, I'm fine. So let's take care of that Wheezeweed first. And then try to use this to defend myself against the Attactus. Come on. Why can't I... Don't tell me it's stuck in the prism. Please tell me that's not the case. Come on. It's at such an angle that I need to get hit by it. Or not? Yes, we're good. Alright, we're golden. Now... Oh, jeez. That backpack scared me. Now, let's take care of these dagger roots as well while I can, so I can start making an area to build a base. I don't know if there's any spew flowers around, so I also need to be careful with those guys. I don't see any flowers up there. All I see is compound over here. I see some big green thing down there. That's fun, I guess. So let's expand out to here, so I can probably start making a base. Alright. Actually, I probably should just go down to floor level, shouldn't I? I mean, wouldn't hurt. It may even be better if I dug into the mountainside for the base. I mean, it's not like we're going to be getting any solar power or wind power out here. At least not too much. The main reason I brought the battery is so I could put the QT-RTG and it can just store the power there. I feel like going over here might be better now that we've got away from all the evil plants that want me dead. So let's start leveling all this out. Oh, this is some stone around here. Okay. I gotcha. Maybe I should activate that and that. Yeah. So let's, from here, on ahead, level all this out. Alright. So we've got our Atrox base area set. That seems good. Maybe make it a little larger on the side here. Alright. And I should be able to put down the whatchamacallit, the field shelter out here. And we can start getting some power generation going. Alright. Switching from that, let's go ahead and clear out a little bit of a roof here. And then we can get started bringing over stuff. Honestly, it might be better if I just start up the ship and bring it over after I put down the landing pad here. I think that's the play. Clearing out this whole zone means that we can probably bring in the launch pad. Alright. Boy, is it nice to have these QT-RTGs on these so I can use these drill bits easier. Alright. And then I flatten all this out over there. But now I'm starting to get out from under the prism power, I think. No, I'm still good. Alright. So let's dig up that organic, and I'll plop down the field shelter around here. So let's set that down about there. I'll research these samples. And we've got a base. Alright, let's set you down about there. Hop in to save. And it's time to go and grab at least a landing pad so I can get started on the base over here. I don't like how precarious our Atrox station is, but it's the best we're gonna do for now, because Atrox is dangerous. It's a capital D. But now that we've gotten to Atrox, it might be good for me to really quickly deal with the rest of the planets on our list, because I want to get them all done like right now, so that way we can just do the time lapse a little later on, which will probably be the rest of the day for me as of recording this. But for you guys, it'll be, what, 5 minutes? Hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't take too damn long. Alright, so we've got all of these. I might take some of these with me over there. But let's get the landing pad. And I'll probably grab at least one of the flowers on the way through. Alright. Landing pad, here we go. And away we go. Because at least it's a nice safe journey now. I'll grab and attack this. Kaboom. Thank you. I'll replant you actually. And spew flower, you're coming with me. That one can live here. Alright. So we can at least start cultivating these a little later on. Because I don't know what Atrox's gastropod's gonna do. Other than, be hungry, I guess. Most of them seem to be pretty hungry. So, I'm going to be bringing this over and setting up base. I should also probably connect this to the actual base. Because right now, it's only providing power because the ship is there. It's only providing oxygen because the ship is there. As soon as I move that over here to the new base, it's going to all collapse. So, setting up an actual base structure would probably be advised. I have some tethers on me, don't I? Yeah, I've got a few. So I can at least connect them to the main base. But I'm happy we actually found a good spot to make a base here on Atrox. Decently safe, right next to a canyon. So I can try to slide down into there. There's a bunch of those squashes down there. Huh. But let's see. So this way. So I want to try to have them around the edge. Oh, okay, we do have enough. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to clean up a little bit around here. And our landing pad could be over here. I want to at least go until I'm out of the influence of the prism, so that way, there's no problems with the ship crashing or something. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't want to think that that's a thing, but it might very well be a thing, and I want to be prepared. Can't it? No. I thought there was a little chunk there. Nope. Get rid of that. We're still not out of the influence, right? Okay, now we are. Let's get digging out here. Maybe I can make like a little platform for it out here. Not too far from the base, though. Over here seems like a decent spot to land. I see a spine lily I need to take care of before I actually set up out here. Any other angry plants out here that need to be taken care of? Does not look like it, which is great news. Let's get back over here and breathe a little bit. Alright. I don't know why my oxygen's going up so slowly. Is it something to do with Atrox? I guess it makes sense. More toxic atmosphere takes longer to make breathable. What? I don't know why the hell that happened. But let's hook this in over here. Am I getting caught on something? Hello? Either way. So a little bit of a divot over here, I can kind of see it. I don't know. Let's just put down our our launch pad right over here. And then I'll use up one of my launches to get over here. Alright. So, work this way. Make this at least a landable zone. Alright. Looks like we're good. Let's expand that. Get smacked in the face. And anchors away. There's that one here. Tracking power. There's that breaking ground one. Oh, I didn't take care of this one here. Alright. So now I should probably go and deal with that spine lily. It is not really going to be causing me problems. Actually, it's kind of far away. Oh, there's a spew flower over there, though. That may cause problems in future. But in all seriousness, I am probably safe where I'm at. So, probably fine. Not going to worry too much about it. Let's... I don't know why it's not liking the level I've got it set at. Let's see. Let's get over here. Bring this back to base height. There you go. Now we're good. Why am I stuck on something? I think this planet's just got a lot of little dirt nuggets that it doesn't want me to walk past. Like, why am I stuck here? Am I just lagging or something? I don't think that's the case, but either way, let's get the ship moved over here. I will probably plant these over here on this side, so I can have at least a little bit of something growing. Alright. Volatile attack this, and the spew flower I'll have pointing me just so I can have a mini heart attack in the morning. Lovely. Alright. So let's head back to the ship, pick it up, bring it this way, and yeah, I think we are golden. So, now that we have a base that's about to be fully set up on Atrox, I'm going to take my ship and drive my way down to Silva again, stock up on another battery and another, whatchamacallit, another battery, another atmospheric condenser, and another large platform. Probably, no. Oh, I did make the blueprints for the extra large C platform, right? I think I did. So it may be good to actually get that to bring to each planet with me. Because, I mean, it's a very good base building material. I can put the atmospheric condenser there, I can put all that there. So, let's... I'll just put one of these on there. And shuttle, please take me to the base. Should not be too long of a drive, right? I should be able to see it through the clouds. Landing site, there we go. And we're back. Alright. Looks like that did not cause any problems. That is amazing. So, let's get this set down around here. I'll dig up this right here. Alright. I don't know why I keep stuttering around out here. But either way, I guess we'll go and set this down here. And I should have enough large spaces for me to put down the battery there. Which, thank goodness. The battery can go there. Start storing up all that power from the RTG that's going on back here. I'll put a QT RTG on there as well, just to give it a little bit of extra oomph. It should generate about 1.5 units per second. Got an atmospheric condenser to put right there. got nothing else really, huh? Alright, well, I'm gonna pop that up there for a moment. I am going to also realize that I don't really have a good way to generate power other than popping some compound and making some generators. I think that's really about it. So you got generator. No, I could probably yoink that, ah, crap. Turn that off. And you, turn you off. Alright. Use these to store a little bit of power. Maybe? I'm not quite sure how efficient or effective this is going to be. Why do I keep jittering around? Maybe it just really didn't like the level that I tried to make the base at here. But let's connect these up. And then I guess when we have enough power we can shoot it all into this. So let's start up that. That should start moving some good power into there. It's moving. I guess I'm gonna say editor me, cut till I'm ready to leave planet. I'm gonna go and grab some of those research materials real quick. And alright, so now that I have loaded up on research material for later on, I'll probably be taking a pit stop by Novus because I got a load of ammonium to start with. So I can make some more hydrazine, which means I don't gotta be confined to just using whatever's left here. We've got 15 launches left. That's gonna probably stay around 15 or so. It's always gonna be uneven now that I've taken a shot from planet to planet side. So we'll leave this to generate, I guess. It'll eventually be full, and then we can go on ahead and crack open the teleporter. So out to Novus for research purposes. And oh, the base is up there. Can I reach it from here? Yes. Haha. Lovely. Alright. And now it's time to set up the Novus research team. Because we've got a lot. This one I'm the most curious about because I do believe this one is from Spewflower. I think. It looks like it might be like a Spewflower. It looks angry, that's for sure. Let's see how much does it go for. It goes for 2k. Okay. Not a whole lot compared to the research here on Novus, but at least I can get all these set up so they'll grind away while we're off doing the rest of our missions. I don't know how long this video currently is, but I know I've been recording for almost an hour now. Because this took a while to actually grab everything. But I've already got the battery and the whatchamacallit. I've already got the battery ready and the landing pad ready for us heading to, I think it was Venecia. I don't know. The planet that actually is around, that Novus is around. Alright. Pick up this one. And I think we should be good. So once we get a basic base set up on each of these, we should also be getting that one quest done. And then I'm probably going to speedrun getting to the core for each of them. Which I'll probably time lapse, in all honesty. So that is going. And I guess let's take a launch back out to Silva now that we've unloaded here. Do we need to grab anything from here? Big items? No? I don't think so. Alright. Out to Silva once again. We do need to see the storm on one of these planets as well. Oh, Novus also has one of those garages there, it seems. There's Calidor, Atrox, Silva. Alright. So we build, we set up, and then we fly. Right back out. Oh, something followed me. Where is home base? Probably on the opposite side of the planet. Nope, there it is. So it's nighttime right now. Alright. Land right here. So we're leaving Atrox to generate power so that way it can actually be used for what it needs to be used for. Get these two to generate their stuff. We also need iron. Do I have any extra? I don't think I do. Oh, I do have one. Is that enough for a large platform? I don't think so. So I think it was 2 iron, 2... yeah, it was 2 iron, 2 resin. Wouldn't suppose that I have an extra hematite laying around? Somewhere? No? Okay. Well, I guess we can go without that for now. So in the meantime, I'm actually going to stack this up on there. So we can actually go ahead and get some other materials going. So, make ourselves a hydrazine. Right there. And this battery should be done, so I can pop it onto the side. What other things are we going to need out there? Our next stop is that Vanessa one. Screw it. I'm just going to check. How do you... Visania. So Visania is our next stop. We pop these on board. Pop this into the engine. So Visania is where we're heading next. What else are we gonna need out on Visania? Its highest thing was wind power, right? Visania is wind high, so yes. So we need ceramics, which I do believe I have a ton of. Yes, I made sure to get some extra. So let's pop this off here. Start that back up. So for a large wind turbine, it was 1 ceramic, 1 glass, 1 aluminum alloy. So let's get that going. Aluminum alloy. I'm gonna make some extra aluminum. Luckily I brought back some extra laterite. There we go. And until we get the storage system fixed up, I'm just gonna have to keep popping them off to actually grab the stuff from them. Alright. So that's that. We need large wind turbine. Here we go. Aluminum, ceramic. I haven't made. Alright. Ceramic is being made. Actually, I have ceramic here. And then glass. I need a quartz. Can I get quartz from this? Yes. Lovely. Alright, that should be enough quartz for now. Alright. I did need to make glass and plastic for that dirt storage, so I can store all the dirt that I'm digging up from these planets and actually use it later. What else? I need to pack up one of these for me. This is coming with. Maybe I can bring a few platforms. Maybe? No, I don't think bringing a platform would be a good idea. I mean, we've got most of our setup there. Visania. Let's... I feel like I should probably make another small storage to bring along some compound. Alright, that is done. Let's pick this up. Oh, there we go. Oh wait, I do have a hematite. Okay. So I can make one of the big platforms to bring along with. Come there. Just need some resin. I'm astonished that I only have so little. It's just enough to make the big platform. So let's set that back down there. That iron is done. That iron is done. Let's make the extra large platform C. So we go ahead and pop this off once again. Where was the... Oh, that's right, I need the glass. Where was there? I'm just kind of speed running all this so I can actually get to doing the digging part. That's going to take forever. This is the... Yeah, this is the extra large, okay. Phew, I was worried there for a second. Alright. Why is it? Oh, because that's what I needed to craft that. Okay, so we have the battery, we have landing pad. What don't we have? I guess I could put a canister of compound in there just to bring it along for tethers. Although, in all honesty, it might be better to just fill up this thing with compound, not carbon. Fill up this thing with compound so I can take it around and have basically a source of tethers so I don't end up with another Glacio situation. Alright, let's start filling this puppy up. And once it's full, I'll go on ahead and bring this along. That should give us plenty of tethers to go basically anywhere. So, I guess editor me cut until I'm ready to take off. Alright, I do believe I am ready for takeoff towards the Vesania. Let's go. So we've got... I do believe I have the shelter on me. If I don't, I'm going to be very sad. So I don't think I checked. Calidor, Vesania. So, heading to Vesania, picking up a good place to put down base. And, this place looks very funky. Alright. There's right next to a prison, actually. So let's come on down over here. And pretty close to the storm, too. Alright. Going to see one of those thistle whip things. Pop corals, kinda dangerous here, but not too bad. Right, where was that? There's the pistol whip. You are not taking me out today. Alright. Let's use some of our tethers. So there's the storm, but there's also... Is there a storm on the prism? No way. Oh, I didn't even see you there. Thank goodness you thistled at me. It rattled like a rattlesnake. I didn't even know that they did that. Alright. You learn something new every day, I guess. I don't know if that storm's permanently there, but I feel like it might be interesting to set up a base somewhere close to there. If not inside of that. Actually, I probably should have brought the ruby, now that I'm thinking about it. You keep an eye out for those thistle whips. Yeah, that is just square on top of it, huh? Maybe I should try to figure out a new spot to land? I don't know what these storms do. I mean, I'm sure it'd be great for wind power. Being, well, not in the eye of the storm. In the eye of the storm, it's pretty bad for wind power. Thought I heard another aggressive plant. Thought I heard a thistle whip somewhere. Is it in the rock here? No. Alright. I don't know. Let's figure out what's what. Pick up our tethers for a minute. So that way I can start tethering about. Alright. At least we're pretty set up here, in all honesty. And yes, I do have the field shelter. Thank goodness. Alright. So, we're heading all the way over there. But now we know that next time when I come back, I'm actually going to bring a ruby to place around here. Let's slide through here. There's another geyser. A bunch of geysers, actually. These guys do hurt me, so I'm going to get rid of them. Cover it up. Like nothing ever happened. I'm giving the planet Acme. What the hell is that? That is just a solid wall of cloud. A lot of destruction around here, actually. What the hell? What? Oh, is it moving away? I thought I heard a thistle whip. So... oh, it does move around. Okay. So maybe... oh, it looks like it's moving around. Because I can see a little bit more of the whatchamacallit, the prism than it was earlier. Then it looks like it's coming this way, actually. I feel like I should be running. Or maybe it actually is stationary, because it looks like it's kind of expanding and contrasting. Not contrasting. Well, I don't know. My brain isn't braining today. I'm very curious what this does. So I'm going to walk right over here. I see a thistle whip right there. Geyser. Okay, yep. Green's starting to get a little foggy. Alright, what happens when I get into the storm? Don't tell me it's going to like fling me around. I'm going to lose my field shelter. Alright. In we go. Okay, we're in the storm. It's very, very windy. What the hell is going on there? Okay. Maybe I should worry less about the landing spot and more about surviving this. This is interest. What the hell? Hello? What the? Okay. Do I need the ruby for this? What is going on in there? Okay, maybe I should put the landing pad somewhere around here, but not in there. I feel like I just need to come back with the ruby. Oh. Oh! I didn't even notice the cataplant there. Get out of here, cataplant. There you go. That's probably the biggest danger, is it hiding the plants from me. Okay, I may need to return to this another episode. But we know where a pretty decent storm is. You know what? Screw it. This is going to be a good way to end off this episode. Let's walk in there. I don't know what'll happen, but I know that I need to find my ruby and come back with it. Okay. Pop that. What is going on out here? What is that noise? What's that? Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure what the hell's going on. So, let us probably set up a base camp. I'm not sure if here would be a good plan. I don't know if this generates wind power. That might be something to check. I need to check around to see if there's any thistle whips right around here. So I don't know if I can land in a storm. Might be... Wait, what? What the hell was that timer that just popped up above my head? Hold on. What? What is this? Is that a timer? Oh, I think I see what's what. Okay. I have that long to stay in the storm. Okay, then I'm actually going to backtrack on myself and find a new spot to land, because I feel like setting up a base in there where I can hardly stand for a long amount of time would be a bad idea, especially a base that I'm going to need to come back to. I don't know if the storms disappear when you use the ruby on them, but I'm thinking a new landing spot is in order. Okay, but we do know what we're dealing with now. Somewhere that I can't be for long, so launch into orbit. We'll try to find a new spot. So now I know that's what that does. So over there there's one. And I don't think that storm's moving anytime soon, so let's see. Is there anyone around this one? Not anywhere close. Alright. How about this one? Are there any landing spots close to here? There's not. Okay, why is there so few landing spots around... there we go, that one's actually right close. And does not look to have the storm on... yeah, the storm's over there, so let's come on down here, set up our permabase over here. Alright. This storm... wait. Isn't this where I was just started at? No. This is way too close to the whatchamacallit. To the prism to be right where I started. There is a deep chasm there. Oh, I see you. You're not going to get me this time. Just go ahead and cover that back up. Nobody needs to know. Alright. So quickly move this way. There's a geyser right there. I'll probably take it out in a moment. There's one of those lash vine things. Oh, and a geyser that's in the rock. Let me deal with you, deal with you. Lash leaf. Get out of here. Alright. Now, we have a decent place to make a base. Alright. Let us make a little bit of a pathway up. And I guess let's start trying to flatten out a bit. So that way we can start up on base building. Actually astonishingly close to the prism here. Alright. So let's start getting some stuff going here. Alright. At least this planet's a lot nicer than Atrox. And we got extra organic. Alright. Level all this out. And then I'll come back here with the landing pad so I can get to work. And then lastly should be Calidor, which, as I'm sure we all know, solar is the best on Calidor because it's a giant desert planet. That was an accident. I need to go fix that. Alright, let's reattach to here. And fix this. Oh, I think it's because it thinks that I'm on only the triangle power. Alright, let's tether up to here. I see a lash leaf and a cataplant over there. I don't see any other aggro plants, so I think this is a good place to build. Let's check around just a little bit further. No cataplants down there. There's some pop coral over there, but pop coral is practically friendly. Alright. So now we need to find Titanite here, but that is later on. For now, I need to go back to the ship, pick up the landing pad, and bring everything over here. Then it's off to Calidor I go, after I make a solar panel back at base. Alright. Take up all that. Fill up all that. Alright. So now we set down field shelter here. Alright. And on that note, we've got that part of the quest done. There we go. It should be easy to pick up our stuff from the ship because it's really close. Let's deal with you. I don't think there's any thistle whips out here either. It's already dealt with them all. But looks like we are fine and dandy. Alright. Landing pad. Bring this back. And then I get to use another launch to head this way. And hopefully I can find some ammonium pretty soon. Maybe on Calidor. But on Calidor I also want to do the slug mission while we're there. But now that we have just about everything set up out here, let's set this up somewhere out here. Alright. That looks like a decent place to put it for now. Alright. Yeah, backpack's full, I figured. Alright, but let's go and grab the ship and land it over here. So that way we can start up unloading and getting the base all started. Because having a base on every planet at least means we've got a safe spot to land, if nothing else. Alright. Launch into orbit and head to our new home. That storm is right there, actually. Landing pad. And Krathunk. It's a good thing we didn't, clip the corners of that on the way down. Alright. I don't know if this will affect anything. I don't think it should. So, put that down there. Alrighty. Get the wind turbines heading right there and going. And let's go ahead and configure this there. And that is our Visania base at the ready for whenever we want to come back here. Maybe we'll have enough power by the time I get back to go ahead and start up the prism here. Oh, it unloaded all the chunks. Oh, no, it didn't. There they are. Alright. So now that we've got all this in play, that should be charging up the battery here pretty quickly. We've got 15 launches, so let's head back to home base to pick up our last set of materials and then head out to Calidor. So we've got Novus as our base already. Back out to Silva. We should have enough stuff to make the solar panels and all that I'm gonna need, which is good. So that means I don't gotta go out scavenging for stuff right now. Alright. So, we need another battery, although I don't think we have enough lithium for that. No. Can I trade scrap for lithium? How much per? Lithium was really, it was 4 for 1. Ugh. How much trade scrap do I have? Damn it! Well, I could probably make one more, actually. Let's dump one of these baskets in. Actually, I think I don't have a full basket at all. So I think I'm just going to need to settle for like a basket half there. So let's wait for that one to finish up. Unfortunately, I don't have enough steel to make another big platform to bring along. But I can at least bring along a medium, probably. Where's my canister? Oh, that's right, I ran out of resin. What? Oh, I already put it over here. Alright. So I need 3 more for the lithium. That will let us at least make 1 more battery. And it'll set us up for perfect empty canisters so I can go on and make new storage devices later. Alright. Oh. So that can get me a lithium. I've got the zinc already. So let's... What is... Large battery. There we go. So lithium. That's another empty canister there. Zinc. I know I brought the zinc canister home with me. Where was it? Where did I put it? There it is. Alright. There that goes. So we've got a nice zinc to put on over here. I also need to use the ceramics and aluminum to make a quick landing pad. There we go. Start that up. Thank you kindly. And start that up. I am going to need some large solar panels to bring along. But I think that's really going to be the main set of what we've got to bring. I could get some extra resin here and bring along a couple large platforms. Yeah, let's bring along a couple large platforms. So how many launches do we have? We've got 13. That should be enough to get to Calidor and back. I need to grab the field shelter. So we've got landing pad, this. Alright, I guess editor me, cut to whenever I'm ready to take off. I am just about ready to take off towards Calidor. I've got 2 medium solars. I've got the field shelter, I've got some tethers. I've got, whatchamacallit. I've got the launch pad, the battery, a big platform, and this base is going to be probably the most simplistic of all of them. Just because, well, it really needs to be. Because I don't have any materials and I'm running low on time. So, getting the Calidor, at least setting up the field shelter, will get us that quest done. Then I could honestly probably put the whatchamacallit, the QTRDG that I get from the quests onto Atrox. Because Atrox is going to be somewhere we need to go often. Oh, there looks pretty nice actually. There's one of those and the prism there. Alright. Dagger roots are already in range. Lovely. Alright, we're here. Welcome to Atrox, everybody. Well, this isn't Atrox. Desolo. Nope. You get my planets right. This is Calidor. Alright, so Calidor, desert planet. Of course, we've got the attack die here. Where is our... Oh, over there's that. There's a shell over there. There's a storm over there. I think I was just coming this way to take care of those damn dagger roots. What the hell are you? Oh. Research sample. Don't mind if I do. An organic research item? Yes, please. I guess I'll stick that to there. So heading this way. I guess sally forth. Because next step is going to be to try... Ooh, there's a bunch of ammonium there, actually. That is lovely. I'm going to try to go and get some of that. Because I do need some more ammonium for some more rocket fuel. Oh, perfect. That's great. Thank you kindly. I'll leave that connection there so I can come back to that. Don't know. Harmless flora? Oh. Alright. I guess there's the prism. I see it. We not run into any dagger roots or attack die out here. Seems pretty freaking barren. Which makes sense. It's a desert planet. What the hell are you? Oh, it's a big organic, isn't it? There's a Weezweed over there. Yeah, you guys are fine. Alright, good to know. I'll take this with me back so I can grab some compound, make some more tethers to, I guess, continue on my way. Lucky me, I brought all of my compound stores. Well, not all of it. A decent chunk of it, at least. Put that on board there. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Thank you. And thank you. That should be enough for now. And then it's just gonna pop out. So I'm gonna drop that there. Alright. Leaving that organic there for now. Alright. Luckily, it seems like Calidor is being very kind. Because we got basically a straight shot to the prism here with no storms, no messiness. I mean, there's a dagger root over there. There's something over there. What the hell are you? Looks like some sort of eldritch creature over there. Guess I should probably investigate that a little later on. And leave those dagger roots over there alone because I don't want to touch them. Alright. So here we are at the prism. It's kind of half buried in a sand dune. That's fine. Alright. So I guess I can make my base over that side, because that side's a little flatter. So let's kind of thread this through. Take out this Weezweed. There you go. And as long as I stay tethered, I can go on ahead and connect the tethers back the whole way. Yeah, right here looks like a pretty good spot for a base. Oh, this is one of the power ones. Let's go ahead and get that charged for a minute. Whilst I figure out where I want to build. Right here seems good. Let's dig down to make it a little flatter. Alright. Now we've got ourselves a base here on Calidor. Jeez. For how violent those things erupt. Oh. Thank you kindly. I guess I will take that home with me. So, I should probably stop off at the Novus Research Center to deal with some of... Hello? Oh, I don't have any dirt. That's why. Okay, fine. I'll dig up some dirt. Alright. Now that I've done that, can I dig into the mountain? So I do want this to be a nice level platform. There we go. Alright. Seems like a good place to put a field shelter and complete a quest. Alright, let's deal with all that there. At least Calidor seems to be doing very nicely for us. I wouldn't necessarily want to live here daily, but we haven't died to an Attactus yet. Alright, and we do have a way back up to the prism here. Just may take a few extra power extenders. Alright, so let's lay those down. This is coming with me back to the ship, and I'm going to pop the landing pad this way. And then we should probably be able to set up the solar power generator for the base. And then I think we've got ourselves all 3 of the missing planets, I guess, inhabited. Calidor had what materials? Trying to remember. I think Calidor had titanium. No, not titanium. Tungsten. I think Calidor had tungsten and not saffrolite. Saffrolite was only on Decilo and Silva, but it was probably one of the early game materials, because Calidor was supposed to go to way earlier on, like way earlier on. I do wonder how we find the shells here. Maybe it has to do with those big gangly looking things? I don't know. Oh wait, are those trees actually? I think they're trees. Oh, I see some wolframite over there, actually. So yes to wolframite. I don't remember what the other one was. And I don't really want to look it up because I've already been recording for an hour. So let's just go ahead and get this done with. And then move the ship over here and we can start working on a field base. Alright. Take that out. I'm actually going to realize that over here is another angle, so let's kind of smoothen this out as well. Oh, did not mean to do that. Now we got a lot of extra compound. Hell yeah. Alright. Kind of smoothing all that out. Alright, I feel like we should probably make the landing pad over there somewhere, so it doesn't hit the whatchamacallit, the prism on the way down. Alright. This looks like a good spot to put it down, so I don't see an attack die. I see a Weezweed all the way back there, but that ain't gonna be touching me anytime soon. Attack tie are really my main threat on this planet, because cataplants aren't here, I don't think, and neither are the, well, no, dagger roots are here too. I've seen those. Alright. Tether here, set this down there. Go on, set it down. There we go. Safe as houses. And that is 2 QTRTGs and 3,700 bytes. That is nice. Let's expand this out a bit more here. All the extra dirt that I've gotten. Alright. This will be a decent place to build a base here. Decent, not the best. Well, actually, I need to put down the field shelter still. I'll put it here on this little incline. Alright. There we go. Unpack there. And that will sit right there, I guess. We save our game. So now we've got it fully completed. Now I just need to fly the ship this way and actually complete this part of the mission. Actually setting up a base. So probably off camera, well, on camera, I'll go on ahead and dig down to the cores of each and figure out what they need. And then on camera, I'll actually go on ahead and awaken them. So hopefully we can figure out what that satellite in the sky wants next episode. And I'm not sure how long this episode's actually going to be, because I've already been recording for an hour and a half. Let's launch into orbit and land down at our new base. Right there. There we go. And then I can set up and we can clean up around here. There we go. Alright, so we've got a platform. Why is there a floating capsule body up there? I don't know what's going on there. But that can go there. This can go there in the middle. And then these can go on the sides. And those will generate power during the day. We've got our ammonium. We got a bunch of compound here. Let's call it, because that is all of our stuff ready, really. I mean, we've gotten a ship fully upgraded and with us here. I do see another power one, but I think this is a power per second one. Yeah, it's a power per second one. Okay, so I'm not going to mess with that. Let's clean up there. I may come back to this base and enhance on it a little bit next time, but for now, I am probably going to be jumping back home with these. Actually, I need to take a pit stop by Novus to drop these off at the research center, and then I'll probably end off the episode there. Alright. Where is... There's Novus. So we've now been to every single planet. At least once. Alright. So where's home? There's one of them, so it's on the other side of the planet. Where is... There it is. Alright. So, I don't know why the game dislikes this landing spot in particular. But either way, let's get these loaded onto the research device. These ones probably aren't going to be worth a whole lot because they're from Calidor, but it's better than nothing. They're still working on the ones from from Atrox. At least these have really unique sprites for them. Look like little ball cacti. Which makes sense considering they're from a desert planet, but let us pick up our last one and then fly back home so we can start figuring out what to do next. Because now that I've been to every planet, I need to actually core each planet. And that will take a minute. We've got 8 launches left. I should probably also make some hydrazine, because that's only really, what, 4 launches? It's 4 interplanetary launches. So, Silva, let's head back, pick up our QTRTGs, and I need to get to mining. Alright, where is home? I don't think we can rotate sideways now. Alright. There's home. 'Tis daytime. And we are back home. So, whilst I start trying to prepare for a lot of moving things around, I'm going to end off this episode. So I hope you'll have enjoyed. And yeah, hope to see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.